Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Saints Struggle. My name is Manxman Matt, and this is the save that has spawned out of my Villains Rebuilt save, where, as you saw in the last couple of episodes, we got offered the job at Southampton, and I've then spent £100 million on players to try and get to mid-table with Southampton. So in the last match you were here for, we faced Manchester United and we've lost. Since then, as you can see, we've lost to Man City. We managed to beat Watford, which was a good performance from us. In the Manchester City match just before, we finally got a goal out of Jackson Martinez, who then got two in this game. And things looked to be on the up in this game. All right, we threw away a one goal lead to go 2-1 down and then brought it back to win, but we looked like the better side on the night. I know the stats don't show that, but from the key highlights anyway, we looked like the better side. We then had an awful performance against Arsenal. We were just totally outclassed by Arsenal. There was nothing we could do about that. We then faced Swansea at home, where we got a 0-0 draw. We really needed a win from that, and then away at Bournemouth, I was hoping we could get something from that game, but it wasn't to be. So yeah, we've had a couple of injuries again. Oxley Chamberlain's been out injured. If I just get into the team selection, so Oxley Chamberlain is out injured, so we've changed up the formation a bit. Away from home, I think this is the formation we're going to use, and I think I'm just going to swap over and bring in Dusan Tadic and play a cam instead of a defensive midfielder when we're at home. I'm going to scrap wingers for now. It's just not working for us. So, like I say, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shift things about a little bit. So, I'll send Romeo up there, bring Ward Prowse, change that to a central midfielder on defend because that's what he wants to do. We can then let Cedric be an attacking right wing back. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll take Ward Prowse off and I will bring on Dusan Tadic and make him an advanced playmaker on the support because that's what he wants to be. At home, we're just going to go as standard, and away from home, we're going to go counter. I think we're just going to have to try using a two striker formation. I know we haven't really got two strikers that work well together with, Prato and Gabbiadini not really being strikers at all. Charlie Austin and Jackson Martinez are both advanced forwards. Nobody's really in form in the entire squad at the moment. So I think we're just going to have to go narrow, exploit the middle. So we're going to play fairly narrow. We're going to exploit the middle. We're going to play slightly deeper. We're just going to see if we can do anything. I'm a bit disappointed. We've got to put work ball in the box. In fact, I'm going to take that off. We've been working the ball into the box because we've been having a lot of long shots from range, but it seems like every single club I've been at, that's been the case. So let's just leave it and see if we can actually get anything out of this game. Crystal Palace are eighth; they're 10 points above us. If I just quickly flick to the league table, so as you can see on the league table, we've got 30 points. We're only four points above Derby, who are in the relegation zone. Ideally, we need to be finishing up about eighth or ninth, which is, we said to the board mid-table. I'm sure anything above 12th, which is only 6 points away, they'd be happy with. But really, eighth or ninth is where we want to be finishing because I didn't get the results in the FA Cup that they'd asked for. So we really need to start getting some points with just the 9 games left to the end of the season. We really need to sort things out. Otherwise, I'm going to get sacked, and I don't want that on my record. After the fairly good time that we had at Aston Villa, one thing I did notice in the last game that we played, which was that Bournemouth game, Conor Hourihane has left Villa for Bournemouth, which I found quite interesting because I didn't see. Hurricane leaving. He was one of their better players, and I didn't think he'd go, but he has done. So this is the team that we've got. So we've got Fraser Forster, Harry Maguire, Gary Cahill, Lenglet, Cedric and Gerhardt, Romeo, Lamina and Dusan Tadic with Jackson Martinez and Gabbiadini up front. Benches, Yoshida, Bertrand Derm, Geordie Classy, James Ward-Prowse, Charlie Austin and Lucas Prato. We're leaving out, I think Nathan Redmond is going to leave because he's not happy about football, not getting any football. Charlie Austin and James Ward-Prowse both begged for an opportunity in the first team, so I said I'd give it to them. And they've both played terrible in the 2 or 3 games that they've had, so they're on the bench, but I don't particularly want to have to use them. They're just there to try and appease them in case we do get any injuries coming towards the end of the season. And I said in the last episode, Oriol Romeu was unhappy because I'd rejected an offer from PSG. He's now requested to come off the transfer list, which he'd requested to go on, which I allowed, and he's now happy again playing his football at Southampton, which is all good. So, for those of you that are interested, that is the Crystal Palace team. Don't recognise the keeper, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't know whether James Tompkins normally plays at right back. I thought he was a centre back. Don't know who that Riederwald is. Don't know about that central midfield partnership, and I don't know who Pellegrini is. But there are some familiar Crystal Palace players in that side. I'm just going to see what Michael Carrick thinks we should do, which looks fine to me. And we'll get into this game and see if we can get anything from this game at home. I don't think the home fans have seen, or was that? I think the win at Watford was at home, so we're not doing too badly at home. But we really need to get something from this game if we want to keep at the stay at the club come the end of the season. So Lamina's got the ball, but he's lost it. Tompkins forward to Benteke, forward to Pellegrini, and that's a good save. Sorry, Pellegrini. Townsend crossed the ball in. Not Diafrasako. That's the striker. Mohamed Ibaku heads the ball into the goal. And we concede from a corner, which is really disappointing. Cedric with the ball forward to Martinez. Martinez, we lose out again. Zaha's got the ball, switches the flanks to Townsend. Well cleared by Langlet, but not that far. And then coming back again. Townsend's got it again, cuts inside Pellegrini. James Townsend into Benteke, and it's 2-0 to Crystal Palace. And I reckon I'll be gone at the end of the season. Ideally, we needed to finish above Palace, and this would have been a massive step to dragging them back towards us, but that's not going to happen now. So 2-0 to Crystal Palace at half time. Got to try and do something. I don't even know what to try and do. You know what? I'm going to totally change things up. We're going to go to a 4-2-4. Going to bring on Prato as a left winger. I know it's not his favourite. It is his favourite role. There you go. Prato is an inside forward from the left. Tadic is an advanced playmaker on the right. Change Lamina over to a Roman playmaker, so he's not going out there too much. I'm sure I'm leaving massive holes. We're going to go attacking. We're going to get rid of all of these instructions, with the exception of work ball in the box, which we had to turn on because we were having shots from distance and nothing was happening. So we'll try and get the ball into the box. We'll look for the overlap because both of our wingers are cutting inside. And we'll just see if we can get anything out of this game at all. And Gabbiadini's injured. Right, well, Charlie Austin is on. Charlie Austin is coming on then. Not that he can do a job there, but he'll have to. There's nothing else we're doing at this stage of the game. We might bring Ward-Prowse on or Classy towards the end of the game, but it's far too early to have made all 3 substitutions at the moment. So Lamina, Tadic, cleared by Tompkins again. Maguire's won it back though. Cedric and Romeo. Tadic, Lamina, lost again. Cleared by the goalkeeper to Benteke, out to Townsend, Garcia. Lenglet has cut the ball out. Gary Cahill makes a mistake and Benteke makes it 3-0. And that kind of sums up everything about this shitty fucking stupid game. So Gary Cahill's running in the opposition. Lenglet plays the ball into his heels, and Benteke jumps on the loose ball and sticks it in the corner. At least they've had a player injured as well. So ball in from their corner, long shot from Locanzo, nothing happening there. Sod it. I'm going three at the back. Gonna make Tadic play there. Can anybody play on the right wing? No, so we're not going to do that. We are going to do this. Ward-Prowse is going to play behind the strikers. And yeah, we'll just go for that for the last 10 minutes. It's not like it's going to make any difference. Goal difference isn't going to affect us now. We need to attempt to get 3 goals in 10 minutes. I know it's not possible, but it's the only thing we can try and do. And that's 4-0 now. What a fucking joke. So it looks like we're coming into the final highlight of the game. We are, and that's it. 4-0 to Crystal Palace. That's disgusting. We can't be doing that. I'm pretty sure there's no way back for us now. We might not get relegated, but I've just spent £100 million in the summer, or £70 million, or £60 million, whatever it was. So there's no way the board are going to be satisfied with me surviving. So I'm pretty sure that means that I'm going to be sacked in the summer. Might not mean I'm going to be sacked in the summer, but now with the only one of our strikers that maybe Gabbiadini hasn't actually scored, but either way, it's just another bloody player that's out injured for a long period of time. That's probably him to the end of the season. So we'll come back, like I said in the last episode, we'll come back again shortly. So I'll do the Liverpool, Wolves, and Tottenham and Ipswich games offline. We'll come back for Derby, who are relegation threatened just like we are. So we're down into. So we're still 4 points off relegation, but Derby have got a game in hand over us, which could take it to one. So we'll come back for that because the relegation fight is going to be the exciting thing towards the end of this season, not whether we can try and get into the top half. Although saying that, Stoke are only 7 points ahead of us and are currently in the top half. But I mean, we'd have to win every single one of our games and hope that all those teams above us slip up in all or most of their games for us to get anywhere near that top half. I don't think that's happening anymore. So if you've enjoyed that episode, please leave a like. If you want to see how we get on towards the end of the season, subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much for watching.